only thing standing in front of the apocalypse is us.
What was the first thing that you thought when Universal came to an offer to lead Pacific Rim Uprising?
I was thinking about a lot of things because my company was in discussion about producing, so I was thinking about the responsibility of that, and then also at the same time being as a role that, you know, people didn't hear about in the first movie. I was thinking and considering whether it was appropriate, you know, to do it, whether the story works, since Jake isn't somebody we heard about in the first installment. But after talking to Steve and meeting up and having several meetings with Kale and Mary at Legendary, it all made sense, you know, it all lined up pretty well.
Tell me about the scenes inside the Jagger, because they are wild and look like very difficult.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're currently sat inside this robot head having a nice peaceful conversation, but on set, whenever I would see this, I knew that it was time for some action. And so we were flying around on strings and doing a lot of the fight sequences, being held up, you know, in midair in order to facilitate what's going on outside with the robot was something that we did as well. But it was quite fun though. It was really fun, good experience.
And all the choreography with Scott.
Yeah, we had to be in sync, and myself, Scott, and even Kaylee as well. I'd done work with her as well, just to get the punches at the right time and all that kind of stuff.
How do you handle the expectation of the fans? Because for an example, the last Star Wars movie generated a lot of conversation between fans. This Pacific Rim has a new director, a new cast, a new story, so maybe some fans, a group of fans, are very happy because, but in your case, how do you handle with that?
But that's what happens when it comes to entertainment, regardless. I mean, you open up a film that is going to be, it's there to be judged, really, and people have their own creative opinions on it. But to me, I'm excited about the way in which Pacific Rim is going. I wanted much more of a live-action anime feel, going back to where the idea of Pacific Rim kind of originates from, which is old school, you know, manga-esque, Gundam-esque series, and that's what it's always been. And to be able to explore that within Pacific Rim is fantastic, and the conversations are welcome.
This is our time to make a difference. Do you understand? Jaeger pilots, do you understand?
One way to find out.
That's what I'm talking about!
An off topic, you are from England. In England, you are a soccer fan. I am from Peru. In Peru, it's the first time in 36 years that it's going to appear in the World Cup. England is always present in.
Yeah, I'll be at the England versus Nigeria match. I'll be there.
Yeah, so it's my first time seeing Peru in a World Cup. Can you give us some advice? We should be excited, we should be calm.
Being from England, we've struggled with the World Cup, and we always work ourselves up to be enthusiastic, and then, you know, it gets destroyed a tad. I just think you have to just do that every single time. You have to support your team. You have to be enthusiastic. You have to have hope in that they will win. And then when they lose, don't demonize them. You know, just take it on the chin and hope next time, you know, you'll do better.
One of your first movies was Attack of the Block. You are in Star Wars, now in Pacific Rim. Are you a sci-fi boy, or is it just a casualty? I
mean, you know, surrounding that, I've done Half of Yellow Sun, Detroit, and various other movies from different genres. So I love sci-fi, I do. But I also like to explore several different genres. But there's definitely a love for sci-fi that I have, and a list of the type of roles within the sci-fi universe that I'm kind of just, you know, trying to tick off. And so far, so good.
Finally, can you invite the people of Peru to see Pacific Rim Uprising?
People of Peru, come out and see Pacific Rim Uprising. I swear you enjoy it.
Thank you, John.
All right, man.
Gonna be a long day.
What do we do?
We fight!
Those on top of me.